Day 198. So one of the things that happened to me in the past couple days was a coworker reached out to me out of the blue and basically said, like, "Hey, I'm proud of you. You're doing great. I was actually a little jealous of you losing so much weight." He's also struggling with some weight issues. And he told me the reason he hadn't, told me this before, even though, we'd brought up weight and all that at multiple points over this year, was because he was worried about the negative impact of praising. And so I know I've talked about the negative impact of rehashing negative posts and negative results. But there's the other side of it, right? There's the positive reaction. I have had some of that effect, right? It's like, I posted for my 75 pound loss. I'll post my 100 within the month. And it's one of those things where it's like, you go through life and, you might get 20, 30 likes on social media, and that's how it goes. And then you post things like this, and you're starting to get 70, 100, right? You're getting this feedback of like, oh my God, you're doing so well. And, it doesn't impact you the same way a negative feedback loop would, but it almost gives you an excuse of like, I've hit this goal, and therefore I can have a piece of cake, or I can do this, or I can do that. And that almost hurts the process more, right? Because you feed off of this positive reaction. And so he was worried, right, that by, praising me and by saying you're doing a good job, that he would cause me to fail and or, not do as well. And I have to say, like I said, I have experienced that. I have, gotten these posts, done really well, and, gotten a lot of likes, gotten a lot of comments about it. And then, gone out and had cake or had, dessert or, things like that. And I mean, there's kind of the general increase regardless of, the food I intake, and what I intake. I have added, a dessert thing, I've added, a breakfast thing. And so I gained 3 or 4 pounds, per day that I eat, which is not great. Now that would level off, but that would still be even, 2 or 3 weeks of eating, that would still probably gain me a half a pound to a pound. So, I can't keep up those habits that I do during my eating week. So it's one of those things where like I need to rein in my cravings, and the positive feedback loop also will just kind of amplify that and justify, right? Justify me going out, and doing something that I wasn't planning on doing before, or, I'd clear my whole plate or something like that. So, I'm doing this on social media to A, help people with their own journey, and B, to kind of put landmarks out there of, I've hit this mark, I've hit that mark. But I have to be worried about it because I can't let it affect me. Otherwise, I end up right back where I started.